Yeah.
This is 476 Barbary, right?
Have you ever booked an Airbnb and thought, what if something goes terribly wrong? Now imagine showing up late at night to a rainy Detroit neighborhood only to find out someone's already inside. Welcome to Barbarian, one of the most unpredictable horror films in years that flips every genre rule on its head. If you think you've seen every kind of scary movie, trust me, you haven't seen anything like this. Barbarian wastes no time building tension. The story kicks off with Tess, played brilliantly by Georgina Campbell, arriving in Detroit for a job interview. She books a modest rental home only to discover it's already occupied by a stranger Keith, played by Bill Skarsgård. Right away, the situation feels uneasy. The audience knows something is off, but the film keeps it vague enough to let your imagination do the work. Is Keith dangerous? Is Tess paranoid? Or is something else hiding beneath the surface? This setup feels familiar at first, almost like a psychological thriller. But just when you start to think you've figured it out, the film yanks the rug out from under you and drops you into a totally different story, literally underground. Without spoiling anything, let's just say the house has secrets. Dark, twisted, flesh-crawling secrets that take the story from awkward tension to full-blown horror chaos. What sets Barbarian apart isn't just the scares, it's how it constantly changes shape. One moment, it's a slow burn thriller about two strangers navigating trust in an unsafe world, and the next, it's a disturbing descent into something grotesque and deeply unsettling. It's bold, it's jarring, and that's exactly what makes it so memorable. You never feel safe. Just when you think you've settled into the rhythm, the film throws you into an entirely new nightmare. The cast plays a huge role in the film's success. Georgina Campbell's performance feels raw and real. Her reactions make sense, her choices are smart, and she never falls into the trap of being a cliché horror protagonist. Bill Skarsgård brings an unsettling charm, which works perfectly since we're never quite sure whether to trust him. And then there's Justin Long, whose character takes the story in a totally new direction. His sudden arrival is so unexpected that it almost feels like you've started watching a different movie altogether. But trust me, it all connects. From a technical perspective, the cinematography is clever and claustrophobic. The camera moves carefully through the narrow, dimly lit hallways of the home's hidden areas, forcing the viewer to feel just as trapped and unsure as the characters. The lighting is minimal but effective, adding to the growing dread. Sound design also plays a crucial role. Every creak, breath, and echo builds atmosphere without relying on cheap jump scares. Barbarian originally hit theaters in 2022 with little fanfare, but quickly grew into a cult hit. Word of mouth and surprise reactions made it a must-watch among horror fans. The trailer revealed almost nothing, which was a smart choice. In a world where most trailers give away half the plot, Barbarian gave us just enough to get intrigued and then let the chaos unfold once you were in the seat. One of the smartest aspects of the film is how it tackles real-world fears in a heightened setting. It doesn't preach, but it does comment on gender dynamics, personal safety, and how quickly trust can become a weapon. Tess's every decision is loaded with context. How does a woman navigate a world that constantly tells her to be polite, even when she feels unsafe? The film doesn't spell it out, but it makes you think, and that's rare in horror. If you're a fan of movies like Hereditary, Get Out, or The Descent, you'll appreciate how Barbarian doesn't just aim to scare, it aims to disturb. It lingers in your mind. Not just because of the monster in the basement, but because of the questions it leaves you with long after the credits roll. In a genre crowded with predictable remakes and shallow thrills, Barbarian dares to do something different. It mixes horror with dark comedy, mystery, and social commentary, all without losing its edge. It's a ride, and the less you know going in, the better. So if you haven't seen it yet, stop what you're doing, turn the lights off, and hit play. And if you have seen it, I want to hear from you. Did the twists catch you off guard? Who did you trust and who should you have trusted? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's talk about one of the most original horror films in recent years. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more underrated horror breakdowns and movie deep dives. Because the best scares are the ones you never see coming. Thanks for watching.